coming to you from the Joburg Zoo out in Parkview. Welcome to the Art Bulletin and thank you so very much for staying with us. The stories of Johnny Fourie, Lulu Kontana and Johnny Tani and other legendary jazz musicians are once not known by South Africans, and this is due to a lot of reasons, but key among them are failure to celebrate them, document them and know more about them while they were still alive. The Living Legends Project aims to turn all that around, and this week the National Lottery announced their financial support for the project.
If you look at the jazz musicians, they don't have quite a lot of work. Some of them die very poor, and some of them don't get opportunities, in fact, to document some of their histories, and that is why we have decided on that. But it's also a personal passion of mine to see that we tell the stories as they should be told, that of South African jazz musicians. For instance, you will find that the only thing that we know about one of the greatest saxophone players and composers, Kipi Moeketsi, is that he was very much an alcoholic. And I think there is much more to Kipi Moeketsi than just alcohol.
Lansing Kuyate and David Nieman will bring their 8-year-old music relationship to the baseline stage next Friday as part of their Africa Music Tour 2013. The Mali and French duo is known the world over for their innovative sounds that fuses two cultures, genres and instruments that hardly ever come together. Malian balafon player Lansine Kuyate and French vibraphone player David Nieman started working together back in 2004. Their musical relationship is described as an instrumental dialogue in search of novelty, and they are known for putting their audiences in hypnotic trances. In the past 8 years of their musical relationship, they've taken their music the world over. They'll perform in Pretoria on Thursday before hitting the baseline stage on Friday night at 8 p.m. Their African music tour has already been to Uganda, Namibia and Kenya, to mention a few. The tour ends on the 4th of December in Mali. The Umcebo Trust in KwaZulu-Natal's Durban needs your help. They are requesting for donations of recyclable materials so they can produce various large artworks for public display.
We're asking people to bring us ice cream containers, 2 liters, 5 liters, any color plastic. The ideal goal of this is to, first of all, clue people into recycling and make them realize the creative potential of recycling. Another one of the goals is that if you're an artist and you don't have many resources, it's encouraging you to not to stop yourself from being creative. And also just to help people access the Diaconia social justice season, which revolves around some quite difficult and concepts in that, and things that are often difficult for people to look at.
The National Stamp Exhibition titled Jomapex 2013, to be held at Museum Africa in Johannesburg from Wednesday the 9th to the 13th, coincides with World Post Day. Among the exhibition highlights, over 7,500 albums with stamps and postage material.
There will be stamps and postal history. Now, postal history is the usage of stamps on covers where people develop exhibits showing the history of particular areas or countries, etc. In addition to that, we have here at the museum a number of major highlights, including the Curl collection, which is one of the finest collections of stamps of the Transvaal Republic that was ever formed.
The Playhouse Company and Sibikwa Arts Center are looking for male dancers between the ages of 20 and 30. They're also looking for a female actor to be part of their new production, Ilembe. Auditions take place at the Playhouse at the Arts Administration Building from Monday the 9th to Saturday the 12th from 9:30 to 4:30 daily.
Ilembe is about the last months of Shaka's life, as told by 4 different people. So really it's about perspectives in history, because I think everybody has their own idea and view of who Shaka was, what he was about. But when you delve into history, there are many views and many perspectives.
We are looking at people who can play our African instruments, because the music will need people who can play Uhari, for instance, and all that. And we need people who are, who can represent Isangoma. And then, of course, we look for younger dancers, but not traditional dancers per se. It will be contemporary dance included there.
After a successful run at the State Theatre in Pretoria, Sandra Prinsloo in the Sewing Machine is celebrating 4 years of touring. Their latest 4-week-long run is on at Monte Casino and ends on the 27th of October.
It's just a journey of an elderly woman who tells you about her life and tells you about the difficulties in her life and the nice things in her life. But then I think the play has a far bigger message than that. I really think it talks about the loneliness, the isolation of people that are being left behind because of age, because life moves on. New technology is introduced. They don't understand it. They don't feel that they really have a place in life anymore and not much to do. And it talks about that isolation and that loneliness, because nowadays old people are going to old age homes, especially in the white society, and I find it abominable. I hate it. I think that the family unit should not be broken.
Young Zimbabwean painter Portia Zwavahera has scooped the Torman Prize. The award, which is bestowed on an artist who's got critical acclaim but limited resources, is worth 100,000 rands.
The Tolman Family Art Award is bestowed upon African artists who show artistic potential and was established by South African-born philanthropist and an avid environmental activist Stanley Tolman. Meanwhile, Portia Zwavahera was born in 1985 in Juru in Zimbabwe and studied at the BAT Visual Arts Studio. She obtained a first-class diploma in visual arts from Harare Polytechnic in Zimbabwe. In 2013, she represented Zimbabwe at the Venice Biennale as part of the exhibition Zudziro, interrogating the visions of religious beliefs at the Zimbabwean Pavilion.
It survives on spontaneous reactions and corrections of mistakes. That's the latest production to hit the Soweto Theatre stage. It opens on Tuesday and is titled Wrong Day, a farce.
Wrong Day, it's a farce comedy. It's about this guy, Goodman Ncube, who has a pecker. A pecker envies him so much to a point of, on this particular day, he dresses up. After preparing, serious preparation, he dresses up like Goodman Ncube so that he can have a moment with this beautiful, precious lady from a sales representative from Black and Beautiful. Mr. Ncube happens to have a thing going on with this representative. So he's ready now to meet this woman, Moli Ramatsu. We've got 3 days at Soweto Theatre. The 8th and the 9th is 8 o'clock. At night, and then Thursday, the 10th, it's 1 o'clock.
Award-winning French melodrama Rust and Bone, which has been nominated for a BAFTA and a Golden Globe, is coming to South African cinemas. The film is set in the south of France and opens nationwide on Friday.
This film has action, it has romance, it has amazing sex in the film. It's got, fight sequences. It's got like every bit of commercial, the film is full of little commercial bits, yet it's got so much heart and so much alternative kind of artsy flair that people, go to it and they go, I'm going to see an art film with French subtitles, but they come out of it and they go, wow, that felt like a massive Hollywood blockbuster.
From the Joburg Zoo Art in Parkview, that's all the art news we have for you today. Do check them out at www.jhbzoo.org.za. You can keep in touch with us by emailing theartbulletin@sabc.co.za. Otherwise, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Until next weekend, it's a goodbye from us.